Observe the kingdom. Hey rock stars, it's Amara, and today we are talking about something I don't think I've talked that much about on this channel, which is absurd. It's a thing I do a lot, and that, my darlings, is thrifting. But I love thrift hauls, I love thrifting techniques. I watch a fair number of thrifting videos, and I was thinking there are a lot of tips that I have and that I use that I never see in thrifting videos. Maybe this is information that would be helpful for you guys, so I thought I'd share this today. These are my tips for getting the most out of your thrifting adventures. As I believe in you guys being adventure ready, I've also put together a DIY thrifting kit. What's in a thrifting kit? Stay tuned, find out. But before that, there is the mandatory stuff. If you've ever found something really wonderful when you've been thrifting or always wanted to know how you can, go ahead and like this video. Hit subscribe so you're part of the next adventure. We do all kinds of fun adventures on this channel. This is Amara in Seattle, where lifestyle is an adventure. The first thing I like to do when I go to thrift store is really like observe the kingdom. See what's around, notice if there are any sale signs. If there's something on a display that's like, oh my gosh, I have to check that out, that's the time to do it. Another thing I like to do is to go and look for where there are mirrors. Identify where the mirrors are in the thrift store before you start grabbing things to try on, because if you have things you can try on without having to go to the dressing rooms, which often have limits, you can just go ahead and try those things on in front of a mirror. I'm not talking about you doing wild quick changes like it's some kind of theatrical performance. That only happens during the glitter sale, and someday I will show you guys the lost glitter sale footage. I'm talking about your day-to-day calm and chill thrifting situation. You want the ability to just throw on a coat. Sometimes I'll hold like earrings up to my ear. Of course you shouldn't put on thrifted earrings without like taking them home and cleaning them, but I'll like put them up to my ear and check it out. Nice to have a mirror that's ready to go for that. Or even when you just like grab a shirt and go, is this really something that seems like me? Is this an item that really matches like my skin tone or where I want to go or the vision I have for what I'm trying to create? Go into thrifting with a balance of an open mind and some things you'd like to see or check out. The areas that you want to go look at, or maybe a product you're looking for, but also an openness to the fact that thrifting doesn't work like other stores. You don't know what's going to be great at a thrift store. Bring a small list of things you'd like and an open mind, and you are ready to go thrifting. When you're trying to grow your sense of fashion through thrifting, try on what I like to call the huzz. A huzz is kind of like when you're flipping through a rack of clothes and you go, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm interested in this. Could I wear this? Is this something for me? It's a question mark. Pieces that are interesting, that are in your size, the pieces that are a little bit out there, try on the huzz. I think it's a fun place to play, would I ever be interested in wearing this? There's no commitment. You don't have to buy everything you try on, but it is a great way to go, I'm curious. And you can try on clothes you might never wear out in public in a thrift area. And sometimes you'll find something and go, you know, this is something I'd like to try. Fashion is an evolving thing. People that I've known at least that have experimented with fashion are most pleased when they let their fashion kind of grow with them and give it like space to grow, or give themselves the ability to go, yeah, I'm interested in trying this style, even though I'm not sure I can pull it off or I'm not sure it's me. When you give yourself a little bit of leeway for that, when you say yes to the huzz, you sometimes find exactly what you're looking for. And for me personally, it turned thrifting from being a low cost, reasonable alternative to buying clothes seasonally into an adventure where I could expand my sense of fashion. I really truly recommend, if you pick something up and you go, I'm curious how this would look on me, I kind of would like to try out this fashion look that I'm not sure I'll ever actually wear out in public, try on the huzz. If nothing else you learn, that really wasn't for me, but you've had a little fun, and that is a micro adventure. So yay. We live in a social media relevant world, and it's really important to remember the first person you influence is yourself. Just like how the first person your fashion should be for is you. Same. Make sure you go through coupons. Just like any other store, thrift shops often have sales. They often have coupons. Sometimes you can find things on their website. Sometimes they have calendars. Like locally, Goodwills have all kinds of sale days based on different tag colors. Sometimes your city will come with some sort of discount booklet. So in Seattle, we have the Chinook book, which is a discount coupon app. So here was a coupon for Goodwill. See who used that coupon? It was me. One of the ways I make sure I utilize my coupon books is I get them in app form if that's an option, so they're on my phone, and I turn on notifications. But there's also the option of keeping the book in the car, and whenever I'm going on like a day trip or an adventure, I have my co-pilot, or if I'm on my own, I go ahead and flip through the actual paper book and see if there's anything in there that would help what I'm planning to do, or maybe inspire something in the future. You should always get your money out of discount coupon books. Tried on things, you found a whole bunch of things that are options, and now you have to decide what to buy. One of the biggest challenges I think with thrifting is going, should I buy it? Is this a good idea? Or should I not buy it? What is a good value in a situation like thrifting? The first step in deciding if it is a good purchase is to look at the item and say to yourself, is this something I would have bought at full cost? So if I find a t-shirt that was originally like $30, would I have bought that t-shirt for $30? If I say yes, I definitely would have bought it for $30. It's a no-brainer. It's definitely something I want. But if I look at it and I go, there's no way I would have bought this piece of clothing for $30, that's a good way to kind of think through the process. You have to look at garments and see and make sure that they're high quality and things like that. But once you've done the things that are the basic steps to determining something as a piece you'd actually want to add to your wardrobe, you kind of need to go through that process of going, would I have bought it new? Would I have bought it for this price, for its original price in its current condition? If you get all the way down in your thinking to going, would I have bought this new in its current price? And you say no, then why are you buying it used? Think that stuff through. You'll really appreciate it later. Have fun with it. Consider the silliness of what you could put on. Be amused at t-shirts that say strange things. Enjoy finding a product or wondering what a piece of strange cooking gear is for. I've done that before. I like cookie presses. I never knew what a cookie press was until I looked it up after seeing one at a Goodwill. You have the opportunity when you deal with things that are vintage and old or thrifted to kind of do a little bit of time travel in a way that's really nifty and fun. Give yourself time when you're thrifting to enjoy the element of it that is unexpected and kind of awesome. So those are my tips for thrifting, and here, as promised, is a little DIY for how you can put together your own thrifting kit, likely with things you already have around. These are plastic bags. These are gonna be like little makeshift trash bags. When you've used a tissue to clean something off at Goodwill, you can throw them in these. It's a little tip I learned in Japan where you have to carry your trash with you. So this is just so you can have a spray in case you encounter something that's a little gross, but you think if you like spritzed it, it would clean up and you could get it. So you take like an old bottle, little travel-y one, put some antibacterial soap in it. If you've got kind of like a no fragrance kind of one like this, leave what's left in here. You're not gonna be using it on your body. So that's 4 pumps of the antibac. Fill the rest up with water and then screw the top back on. Make sure it has a good cap on it. That's a really critical part of this. And give her a shake. This is kind of the color it was originally. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some washi tape on it and label it as for thrifting. Throw the little trash bags in first, and the most critical piece of all, the hand sanitizer. I've used it before, and this is not about fancy, this is about practical. Not a bad idea to have tissues around when you're thrifting. And you zip it up, and you just toss this little baby bag right into whatever bag you're taking for your purse or your just carry-along bag. You're ready to go. You've got tissues for wiping things down, the thrifting spray, hand sanitizer, the most critical piece of all of them, and some plastic bags to make life easier. And you, my friend, are ready to get your thrift on. Thanks so much for watching, rock stars. I'm so glad you guys came on this thrifting adventure with me. I hope you're able to find inspiring, fun times in the pursuit of unique goods while thrifting. It's something I really love to do. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all are having an excellent week, as I always hope you're having excellent weeks. Thanks for watching, rock stars. Best adventures. It's Amara in Seattle. It's the top of the Space Needle, rain pouring down, swoosh, and like out. Been a lot of rain that like goes in your face lately, like this. Ah. Did you make it to the end? It's time for the bonus content. Da-na-na-na-na. So one of the little pieces of bonus information is that there is a bonus tip hanging out on my Facebook page. You can check that out at Amara In Seattle on Facebook. And the other piece of bonus information is your question of the day. What is the coolest thing you've ever thrifted? Or is there an item that you hope very much to someday be able to thrift? There is a sweater that Joey wore on an episode of Dawson's Creek that I have been looking to find in a thrift store forever, and I haven't found it yet, but I once did find a shirt that looked very much like one Lorelai Gilmore wore, and that was very exciting for me. Thrifting is full of all kinds of making television real magic. If you've ever actually thrifted something that reminded you of a television show, let me know about that in the comments below. I love finding fashion that comes from inspiration I draw from all over the place, and I love how those things are kind of circular. You can find clothes, they inspire you into new media. You can find media, that inspires you into new clothes, etc., etc. Inspired forever. It's Amara in Seattle. It's what we do. If you'd like to put more Amara in your life, there are 2 other channels. Amara Not in Seattle is the travel channel. That's where we get lost in travel. It's announcement time. I would like to tell you I am going to go back to VidCon in Melbourne. Yeah, I am returning to Australia this year for VidCon Aus number 2. I went to VidCon Aus number 1. That I'll link in the uppity-doo. Uppity-doo. If John and Hank ever said uppity doo, let me know in the comments below. There's also the vlog channel. That one's called Amara In Seattle Vlogs. That's where everything's an adventure. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Bye, y'all. Woo! See you soon. Friday. Bye.